The reason that you aren't seeing your child's behavior change is not because you're not firm enough. It's not because you're doing things wrong. And it's not because you stopped using punishment. It's because the brain is not an on and off switch. We can't just tell kids, especially little kids, something once and then expect them to get it, remember it, and then repeat that behavior consistently. The development is not linear. It's not fixed. It's moving. It's changing. We regress. And sometimes we fall back. And sometimes we have less skills than we did maybe even just a few months ago. So we have a parent with a newly aggressive 3-year-old, peak aggression years. It's very common. Big emotions, very little maturity. It's a mess sometimes. So this little one has a baby brother. Mom says the transition was great. And then they had some visitors. There were some similarly aged young children, maybe a little rambunctious. And now it seems that everyone has swapped their most undesirable behaviors with each other. And mom is very concerned that this is heading in the wrong direction. Okay, mom, don't worry. He is going to go to school and learn much worse. I'm kidding. It's okay. But the thing is that kids are incredible mimics. It's fun. It's new. It tells them there's cause and effect there. What will happen if I also throw my things on the ground or if I also run away like my friend in the park? Speaking from personal experience. So I have a lot of videos about this. You can go check that out on YouTube. But the one thing I did want to talk about is this mom asked, what if the statements on your cards don't match my scenario? Then what do I say? And I wanted to point out that on every card above each sample language, which is really just sample language, they're not meant to be word for word scripts. You don't have to say everything, but right above there are perspective shifts. And those are almost more important than the words that we say, because this is where we don't go in with this punitive mindset or this you're bad, this judgmental, evaluative mindset. We go in with this perspective shift. So on every card above in blue, if you have the parent deck, that's where you see the perspective shift. So it might see, notice what you see without judgment. You don't have to do anything else. Don't try to shift behavior. Don't try to validate, do nothing else. Just name what you see without any kind of judgment. Then you can acknowledge feelings. I see this is really hard for you. You're sad. Whatever it may be, you can validate needs. You wanted a turn and he didn't give you what you want. Repetition is very important at this age. And communication is often nonverbal. So letting them know that you understand might be in the form of a hug. It might be getting down low and then inviting them to come in close. Or it might be you taking interest in what they're actually doing. So we're not always trying to walk our kids through emotions on this very rigid path. We have to be flexible and follow their cues. When we're thinking about what to say, it's not always the sample language that's the most important thing. It's really shifting our perspective and remembering conscious, not perfect.